Good afternoon. Greetings on the 65th anniversary of DOST-FPRDI, and thank you very much for inviting me to share our experiences in establishing Agarwood plantations and our plans on producing Agarwood essential oils and other byproducts. Agarwood Growers Association of the Philippines Incorporated, or simply called AGAP, is a non-stock, a non-profit organization that envisioned to serve as the central coordinating body for the development and advancement of Agarwood industry in the Philippines. Also to serve as the self-regulatory forum in the industry to undertake and promote research for technological innovations, to ensure compliance to international quality standards, continued competitiveness in the global market, and to look after the welfare of those involved in the industry. As one of the Agarwood growers, I listed down all the challenges to overcome before even started importing my first kilo of Agarwood seeds for my plantation. First thing to consider is the market. Will there be a potential local market for my products? Is the global market ready to pay 1 million peso or more for a kilo of Agarwood essential oil? For the Agarwood global value, the export value of first-grade Agarwood is extremely high. A wide array of products of different grades is available on the market. Prices range from a few dollars per kilo for a lowest quality to over 30,000 US dollars or 1.5 million peso for top quality oil and resinous wood. For local market, we need assistance from the government to introduce the product locally. Number 2. Aquilaria and Gyronops are wildlife endangered species. Producing Agarwood is convention and international trade in endangered species called CITES, allowing the trade of Agarwood. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources (DNR) through Biodiversity Management Bureau (BMB) said that while propagation of Agarwood producing species like Aquilaria malaxensis is allowed, it is however highly regulated, and collecting its seeds directly into wild is prohibited. DNR Secretary Roy A. Simato issued a statement following the granting of wildlife culture permit through the regional offices to certain companies like Puts Agarwood Pork Corporation for the propagation of Agarwood using Aquilaria malaxensis. Number 3. What about RA 9147 or the Wildlife Resources Conservation and Protection Act? Section 17 of this RA says, breeding or propagation of wildlife for commercial purposes shall be allowed by the Secretary or the authorized representative pursuant to Section 6 through the issuance of wildlife culture permit, provided that only progenies of wildlife raised as well as unproductive parent stock shall be utilized for trade. Provided further that commercial breeding operations for wildlife, whenever appropriate, shall be subject to an environmental impact study. Number 4. Are we helping our environment to conserve these endangered species? An improvement essential to the sustainability of the environment is the planting of trees, both to relieve the global shortage of trees for lumber, pulpwood, and firewood, and as an important sources of energy and income for the developing world. Planting will also help to reduce the effects of global warming. We are lucky we have addressed all the challenges I mentioned together with Agarwood Growers Association of the Philippines members. As a matter of fact, we have taken off. We have plantations nationwide. DNR through Biodiversity Management Bureau is listening by soon releasing specific guidelines for Agarwood plantation. DTI has a program on shared service facility to process essential oil for those members in the countryside that cannot afford to buy their own distiller. DOST, Forest Product Research Development Institute, is ready to help us on their research for the forest products utilization. We are projecting to harvest Agarwood after 10 years to maximize our potential in the export market. Although we can try harvesting after 5 years for local market, because inoculation will be on the 3rd year after planting, and Agarwood development is from 18 to 24 months. After 5 years or 6 years planting, we are expecting mother trees to be fruiting from the plantations of members nationwide. Agarwood nurseries with wildlife culture permit in every regions would be escalating in number as we draw closer in the years mentioned. Eventually, access to these planting materials is easy to carry up to barangay levels. To help out growers monetize the farm while waiting for the 10-year period harvest, AGAP members from Region 4A Calabarzon is organizing a multi-purpose cooperative to process the leaf into Agarwood repressing tea for commercial distribution. The DOST-FPRDI is helping us with this Agarwood leaf tea project. Through the Technical Education Skills Development Authority, or TESDA, will soon be offering training programs on proper way of growing Agarwood, inoculation, and the distillation of Agarwood essential oils. We have a lot more projects coming up to strengthen the Agarwood industry. Agarwood is a highly priced product which is used in fragrances, incense, medicines, and aromatherapy, as well as in cultural religious ceremonies. The precious, highly valued fragrant Agarwood has a history dating back thousands of years and is used in cancer research, in traditional Chinese medicine, in the treatment of respiratory disorders, and given as gifts and used in ceremonial practices, both religious and secular, all over the world. It is also carved into sculptures, beads, and boxes. The Agarwood market, whether for oil, Agarwood chips, or medicinal and user applications, is growing rapidly, and soon in the Philippines. That is all that I can share for now. Thank you very much, DOST Forest Product Development Institute, for the support. And again, happy anniversary.